But we need Udo because remember, welcome to the Tux Stadium, as it were. It's been an exciting night of athletics throughout. In fact, the 150-meter race has just ended where, the big draw card world champion, former Olympic champion, 2004 Athens Olympics, that was Justin Gatlin, up against Anaso Jobodwana, South Africa's, cream of the crop in the 200 meters. And, Anaso came out tops, taking the victory in the 150. I think I tipped him a bit early in the week. I think last time we spoke to him, I actually did say that he might actually pip Justin Gatlin to it. But let me not tell you how it went down. Take a look for yourself. I'll catch you after the race. It was an exciting one.
8 men ready for this 150 meters. The fastest 150 meters around a bend, not as part of a 200, was run by Linford Christie in 14.93. And that mark of Michael Johnson's 14.83 run as part of his 200 meters in the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta. And you can see the crowd, even there's tension in the crowd for this race. Can South Africa's Anaso Jobodwana get ahead of the somewhat controversial, it must be said, 100-meter world champion? Gatlin has been pleasant while out here in South Africa. Lots of interviews, lots of laughing, joking, but now down to the serious business of sprinting. Well, it's a great start by Jobodwana, and he's moving up on Gatlin, but Gatlin's now getting into his stride. Jobodwana is running well. Gatlin's struggling. Makakwe is up. Can Justin Gatlin get ahead? He's looking a bit tense. He's looking at Jobodwana. Jobodwana looking at Gatlin. Gatlin lost it at the end there. He was looking tense. Jobodwana never let him go. And a 15.10 it seems for South Africa's Anaso Jobodwana. We were saying earlier he probably wouldn't be joking with Gatlin and looking at him, but he glanced to his right and saw that Gatlin was tensing up. Almost looked like Gatlin might have a slight cramp there, but it's possibly just the pressure that Jobodwana has been exerting on him. What a great scene there. Gatlin smilingly congratulating the South African, and it's great to see Jobodwana back healthy. Great 200 meters from him last week. Here in the 100 he started fast, he never let up, and look at Gatlin in lane 6 at the moment. He's looking at Jobodwana, he's tensing up, he's reaching for the line, losing form. Jobodwana wins it. Roscoe Engel, an amazing second place, and it looks like Sithole Adams might even have come through for third ahead of Justin Gatlin, and the crowd really enjoying that one. South Africa's Anaso Jobodwana getting one over the 100 meters world champion. But what great scenes here. Gatlin acknowledging the crowd as well. Looking at Jobodwana. He's training on this track now, moving up from Durban earlier in the year, and really enjoying his time up in Pretoria. And you can see how much the capacity crowd here has enjoyed that. Jobodwana pausing to sign autographs there. And what a great moment as Justin Gatlin also acknowledges the crowd for the people out here seeing the 100-meter world champion in the flesh.
The best days to be alive is now. I had to shed a tear. Anaso Jobodwana 150 meters. Africa Justin Gatlin o re ke lebelo la hae la pele la selemo sa 2018 mme nkile qeto hore ali mathejwa lo ka ro Africa borwa. Anaso Jobodwana o tsholo bekeng e fitileng hore he is back and is going to work very hard to be back.
Well, that was an awesome race. We expected Justin Gatlin might get beaten by a South African, Anaso Jobodwana. What we didn't expect is that he would get beaten by 3 South Africans. Gatlin fading to 4th, Jobodwana taking the win in 15.08 seconds.
Well, we just saw the result there. Thank you very much there, Arno. Well, I'm standing, well, I'm not staying alone, I'm staying with the president of Athletix South Africa, Thabiso Sithole. Thank you very much for joining us. You've seen probably one of the best races, well, in South Africa. We've seen one of the best meets in South Africa. This Athletix Grand Prix series has come out and brought the best out of South African athletes.
Yes, thank you very much. Indeed, it has become the best race we have ever seen in South Africa. And thanks to our sponsors, Liquid Telecom, and thanks to the athletes that came all the way from the United States of America and the neighboring states, and as well as Europe, to come and race in South Africa. It shows that South Africa is ready to host any event, and as well as it can be the global platform for athletes to express themselves, show how fit they are before their major continental championships or countries championships.
Most importantly, I think for Athletix South Africa and the country as a whole, we're seeing how good our athletes are. We saw Wendenell earlier today, we saw the long jumpers, we saw Simon Makakwe running, pushing Akani in the 100. We're thinking about Commonwealth Games. It's less than 30 days to go to Gold Coast, and this is a good showing.
Well, it is a good show, and our athletes, most of them have shown form, and compared to last week, they are improving their times. And remember, next week, 15, 16, 17 here, we'll be hosting the South African National Championships for the seniors before we dash to Australia for the Commonwealth Games. It means that most of the athletes are on the peak, and I think this is just the beginning. Come next week and see the best of the best performances again.
Thabiso, before I let you go, we've got one more leg of this series coming up in Paarl. Good, well, you're expecting good athletics overall from Athletix South Africa?
Well, we have got one more leg to go down in Western Province, which is going to take place on the 22nd of March in Paarl, and it's promising to be the best of the best shows again. And we invite all the South African public, as well as those athletes from other parts of the world who wants to enter, to touch base with Athletix South Africa so that we can be able to enter them. There is still some time, a week or two before that, and we invite them. And we want to thank those athletes and spectators who came in full force. When did we last see the full capacity stadium? And we want to say bravo and thank you to all those who left their comfort of their homes to come and watch us. And thanks to SABC and all other radio stations for broadcasting this.
Thank you very much, Alex Kusani, president of Athletix South Africa. Well, I'm not flying alone tonight. As I said earlier, I was flying with Udo Karlse. Udo Karlse is standing with a man, well, he's a crowd favorite. He was not running tonight. Udo, over to you. Who do you have with you?
Bit of a surprise visitor here to the Liquid Telecom Athletics Series. Wade van Niekerk, what brings you out to Tuks tonight?
No, it's a great competition, and I mean world-class athletes. So I came out here today to try and find some great inspiration, because I mean we've got some quality athletes out here tonight, and I'm looking forward to see what the guys are gonna do.
Let's talk about the main race here tonight that everybody's tipped as Anaso versus Justin Gatlin. Firstly, to have Justin Gatlin in the country, your thoughts?
Yeah. No, I mean it speaks volumes for where track and field is today. The fact that the world champion, would be out here and wanting to compete in South Africa, it speaks massive volumes for the athletics that we have today. And I'm looking forward, and also looking forward to see all the guys do what they got to do.
So, if this plays out before the race, I'd love to get a prediction from you on that 150.
On the 150, no, I don't do such things. That's gambling.
Just very quickly, your recovery. Everybody hanging on your sort of recovery. Where are you at the moment?
No, it's massive progress. I'm more on the positive side now of things, and things are looking very good for me now, and I'm enjoying the process and the time to refresh myself and just get myself right to dominating for the upcoming years.
Another one of the highlights this evening, the 300 meters where you've excelled, where the likes of Clarence has excelled. Your thoughts on that race here tonight?
Yeah, it's an exciting race. It's one of my favorite races. Let's see what the guys get to do, and I'm sure it will be a good competition.
Thanks for your time, Wade.
Sure, for sure. Take care.
Well, he said he's not a betting man, and he didn't make a prediction, but I tell you what, I was a betting man that Alger van Zyl was going to win the men's 400 meters. But I tell you what, let's have a look at it, and this is how that race panned out.
The athletes down in their blocks. Sokozana Zazini, the last man to settle. And the starter gets them underway, and we haven't even mentioned Cornel Fredericks in lane 6, Leroux Hamann, South African champion in 7, and Constant Pretorius in lane 8, third in the South African Championship last year. But Nicholas Bett is off like a shot. He's run 48.95 this year so far in Pretoria. He's the world leader. He's the 2015 world champion, and he's moved up on the shoulder of Cornel Fredericks. But look at Sokokana Zazini in lane 3. He's right next to LJ Van Zyl. So we have so many men in this race that can run under 50 seconds. Zazini over the taller hurdles has run 49.86 a week or so ago. He is chasing Van Zyl, who in turn is chasing Bett, but it is Nicholas Bett in front. But now he's being hunted down by a quartet of South Africans. Van Zyl, Zazini, Leroux Hamann on the outside is coming through. Nicholas Bett stays ahead of them, 48.92, another world leading time for the Kenyan, and he is happy with that. But he had to hold on in that last 50 meters as the South Africans were hunting him down.
Leroy Hamann o le itlella le ena hore ha ona mo a yang teng o ile a nyoloha jwalo mo ho neng o sa lebellwa hore a ka hla nyoloha teng, empa he qetelong ya tsohle o itholla jwalo maemo a bobedi ke bua jwalo ka ena Hamann Leroux.
Well, Nicholas Bett under 49 seconds. Leroux Hamann finishing so fast. He must be close to there as well. What a great race. Last week we saw 4 men under 50 seconds. Today we possibly see 5.
Well, the mood is still buzzing right here at the Tuks Stadium as you saw their Bett winning that race, the 400 meter hurdles. I can tell you if I look around the stadium as well, Justin Gatlin is still walking around signing autographs. I'll tell you what happened though. The international field came in full force, and this is how the 300 meters went. It was a tight one indeed. Let's take a look.
Tension building in this men's 300 meters. A faulty start means the athletes going down into their blocks for the second time of asking. Nobody disqualified, technical fault. And Nkabetse Nkobolo in lane 8. Watch out for lane 5. Isaac Makwala from Botswana. 31.44 his best time. And he's aiming to go sub 31 seconds tonight. This time they're away, and Makwala will have to start fast. He's got a best in the 200 meters of 19.77 seconds, so we know he can do this, and he is indeed starting fast. He's already passed Tapelo Pora. Last week, Makwala running a world-leading 45.03 in the 400, and he'll have to go a lot faster than that here if he wants to get under 31 seconds. He comes through the 200-meter mark in under 20 seconds. It looks like Makwala is really going for this. Isaac Makwala moving away. Offensive Mogowane trying to chase. So is Tapelo Pora. Now it's Makwala on the clock. He's not going to get under 31. 31.80 seconds for Isaac Makwala. That is a world lead by some margin. Jonathan Borle from Belgium has run 32.98 this year. Makwala shatters that world lead time, and you can see there what a great start he had, and from the start he just laid it down. Maybe the weather played its part here tonight. It's slightly cool, the track is slightly wet from rain that has fallen, but Makwala, watch him coming here through 200 meters, and it's right about there, and that was just under 20 seconds it seemed like, and he just kept going away. That 400 meter strength coming through. Mogowani running extremely well in second. Tapelo Pora showing 2018 is going to be a great year for him as he passes Mogowani behind Isaac Makwala.
Toro ya haentse ya tumela hanyane Isaac Makwala mohlankana wa kare ho Botswana o ile a hlalosa re ke shebetse fela hore ke tlo batla senyana ho 31 mme ha jwale o se a lo 31 o sa le haufi hore a tlatswe ho yona. Isaac Makwala mampudi wa 300 meters.
As Makwala with the lead of 31.80 in the men's 300. Great race indeed that was. And another race that, well, a lot of us were expecting to come and see tonight. A lot of people putting money on that one. Simon Mahakwe as well as Akani Simbine in that men's 100-meter race. And what a blast it was. And I'm not going to tell you who took it, but it was a close one as well.
There are the two favorites, Akani Simbine on the left, Simon Mahakwe, the winner from last year, from last week rather, on the right as we look at them. Mahakwe, the winner last week, 10.27, but he has very fond memories of this track because Mahakwe became the first South African to run under 10 seconds on this very track. Well, the fast men of South Africa on the track. Akani Simbine on the left there, 9.89, his best time. Olympic finalist, World Championships finalist. And on his right, as we look at them, Simon Mahakwe, 10.27 last week, but a best of 9.98 run on this very track. Mahakwe 4 years ago. Well, a great start there by the man in lane 3. That is Clarence Munya. He came out so fast. Akani Simbine is chasing. Here comes Akani Simbine, and he's running away from them. 10.07 seconds for Simbine. I know he was chasing a time of a sub 10 tonight. Perhaps the conditions a little bit cool for that. But what a run by the Olympic finalist, the World Championships finalist, 5th place in both those events in 2016 and 2017. And he acknowledges his fans, his home crowd. And Simbine there, not the greatest start. He sometimes struggles a bit with his start, and he's definitely going to work on that through the season. You can see Mahakwe there actually coming out a little bit better than Simbine initially, but then the focus of the South African record holder showing as he comes out of his drive phase, gets those knees to lift and pumps his arms hard and starts moving away from Mahakwe to his left. The right of the picture as we look at it, Mahakwe was chasing, but he had no answer for the South African record holder as Simbine just moved further and further away. Clarence Munyai on his left there had an excellent start. And Munyai a best of 10.10. Be interested to see what he ran tonight. And the crowd came to see this man, Akani Simbine, just as much as Justin Gatlin. Well, it wasn't quite sub 10 tonight, but nevertheless a solid start to the season for Akani Simbine. Clarence Munyai finishing second, courtesy of a great start, just ahead of Simon Mahakwe.
Akani Simbine, early season for you, but a fantastic, a commanding run here tonight.
Yeah, great opener for me. I'm happy that I came out in the race, then I finished the race, and you know, I'm looking forward to the season.
Talk to us about the likes of Simon Mahakwe, the lion roaring again, the success we've had over 100 and 200 with the other athletes. It's going to be another fantastic year.
Yeah, definitely. You know, everybody's coming out, everybody's healthy, everybody's back, and it's exciting. You know, it's brought another dynamic to athletics and to the South African sporting community. You know, and it's exciting for us athletes and South Africa as a whole.
If we look at the way you ran here tonight, we look at where the season is, we look at what's coming up this year, I think most fans are going to be expecting that sub 10 to come soon.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I'm always someone that wants to run consistent sub 10, you know, and I'm glad that I'm actually close to it, and I know now I need to go back and put in some work so that I can actually break it and stay there under the 10-second barrier.
We're chatting to you before that 150 between Anaso and Justin Gatlin, and of course an entire field. Quick prediction for us.
I'm back in South Africa, you know, back in my home ground, and I'm hoping Anaso takes it, hoping he puts together a good race, and he shows the world what South Africa has.
Well, Akani there, in fact, Akani there was backing Anaso Jobodwana in that race, that 150-meter race that Anaso obviously pipped Justin Gatlin. And tell you what, the night was not going to be over if the first lady of athletics in South Africa was not going to have her victory. Caster Semenya taking part in the 1,000-meter race. And remember, there was those two Ugandan girls who had promised to give it all on that race. That's how it went down.
Well, if you're wondering what Wenda Nell is doing in 1,000 meters, she's been tasked with pacemaking duties for Caster Semenya. And Caster Semenya is chasing that SA record of Ilse Wixel, 2:37.20. But I'm willing to say that if Caster Semenya is in anywhere close to sub 2 minute 800 meter pace, we could even see a world record tonight. There is Caster Semenya, South African national record holder. And Semenya is unbeaten over 800 meters since September 2015. So the last 2800 meter races she has not lost, and she has decided to go out fast, take the pace here with Wenda Nell. And of course the two Ugandan women in there as well, Halima Nakai and Winina Nyondo, both sub 2 minute 800 meter runners, so they should be good over this 1,000 meters. They were first and second last week in the 800 meters. Wendanel going through 200 meters in about 27 seconds. Semenya following in 29. And I think where Semenya is where she needs to be. 29 seems like the kind of pace they need to run, Dikeledi.
Ya etelletse lebelo pele Wendanel ke ke le qeta ka harja ka se re hlalositse hore yena o mpa fela a fana ka morethetho ning kapa ning ha jwalo o tla tswa a neletse Caster Semenya hore a tswelle pele ha fela ka mora Caster Semenya ke Winnie na Nyondo o tla hopola hore ke yena hapileng lebelo lane la bekeng e fitileng la 800 meters o tla jwalo ka Uganda a thusana jwalo le ausi wa hae kapa yena moholo yena Halima Nakai ke bona babedi ba Uganda ba tlang ho thusana lebelong lena shebe batho ba kang Botshepang Sello re bone jwale Gina Lovestrand hore ho tla etsahala dife.
Well, the kind of pace they're running now, if they can keep doing that, it is definitely sub 2 minute 800 meter pace. They're looking at laps of about 58 seconds, and we need to go through here in 1 minute 27 seconds through the line. It has slowed a bit. Caster Semenya slightly behind the pace, definitely on for the South African record still, but if we're looking at a world record, maybe slightly down. But we all know what a fearsome finishing kick Caster Semenya has, and she has said during press conferences she wants those two women behind her to work with her and not make it a tactical race, because if it's a tactical race, Caster will win, but they'll probably not get the times they want. Jenna Lofstrand in fourth place. She ran so well last week, but she's off the pace on this one. The two Ugandan women chasing South Africa's Caster Semenya, but a gap opening now of about 5 meters between Semenya and the two women from Uganda.
Prudence Khodiso Lena wa mona lapeng o haufinyana ha hole ha kalo empa ha sheba jwalo Caster Semenya o se ata kena jwalo dimitara ntse le kholo tsa o qetela ntse etelletswe ka balatelwa jwalo kena na Nyondo ha mmoho le Nakai ba hlang jwalo ka mane ka Uganda. Caster Semenya o nka jwalo huku ya hae ya o qetela pele ya lebile jwalo moleng wa tlholo bakeng sa lebelo lena la 1000 meters morwetsana ya etelletseng pele.
Maar die gaping word net groter en groter. Semenya wat weghardloop vir die twee vroue van Uganda. Sy gaan deurkom in 'n nuwe SA rekordtyd. 2:35.44. SA beste tyd. Ilse Wixel se tyd van 1983 staan nie meer nie. Caster Semenya het die beste tyd in Suid-Afrika oor 1000 meter.
Onka jwalo lebelo lena Caster Mokgadi Semenya la dimitara tse sekete mo teng a bonahetseng hore dimitareng tsa o qetela tse ka bang tse 30 o ile a tisa ho feta hore a tla etse nako e betetshana le ana sa sheba jwalo ena ya record empa he peletsong ya tsohle she is the winner, 100 meter winner tsatsing la kajeno.
Well, a new South African record for Caster Semenya. There it is, 2 minutes 35.44 seconds. And I'm sure Ilse Wixel is in the stands here watching that race as Semenya acknowledges the crowd. Again, she's training here now, and I'm sure that the world best over this distance, not too far or too long before she'll get that one as well, behind the name of Svetlana Mastrakova. But for now, Caster Semenya soaking up the admiration of this capacity crowd.
O tswella pele ka bokgabane morwetsana ke bua jwalo ka Caster Semenya 2:35.43 ke ka mo wa phetelang jwalo lebelo la hae la 1000 meters maemong a bobedi Halima Nakai a boraro ke Winnie na Nyondo.
Well, Caster Semenya more than 2 seconds, quicker than the rest of the field. As I said, those two Ugandan girls were chasing her, very quick in that one. But tell you what, another lady who showed off her skills right here, Justin Gatlin, she did so in the women's 200 meter event, and this is how that race went down.
200 meter women going down to their marks, and we've got Amantle Moncho from Botswana in lane 6, the 2011 world champion over 400 meters, and on her inside, 2 lanes on her inside, Justine Palfreman, and Palfreman actually having a slightly faster personal best than Moncho over 200. Well, we did see a great start there by Justine Palfreman. Last week, Moncho comfortably won at that 400 meters, but Palfreman in third place was very happy with her time. And here it is, Justine Palfreman running extremely well. She's already passed Lungo Matlaku, the other girl from Botswana, but it is Justine Palfreman and Matlaku chasing each other. Matlaku looks like she's tensing up. Palfreman staying relaxed through the line here, and it is Palfreman taking it, 23.34. I'm certain she will be happy with that time this early in the season, and Justine Palfreman showing that she is getting back to her best, chasing all the way by Lunge Matlaku and Christine Boitlokhetswe on the outside, coming through at the end here. Watch lane 8. Boitlokhetswe was second last week in the 400 meters and just ahead of Palfreman in that race. But here it is, Pelfreman coming through. Boitlogetsu, it looks like she might get second ahead of Matlaku. And a great race, great bend by Justine Pelfreman. And again, the crowd on their feet for the umpteenth time tonight. And as we see Justine Pelfreman take the women's 200 meters. Well, Justine Pelfreman showing so much composure through that race. She started fast and ended up ahead of the trio of Botswana ladies in 23.32 seconds.
Well, we've unfortunately come to the end of the evening. As you can see, that's the man that a lot of people came here to watch. Justin Gatlin, world champion, former Olympic champion. You know, he's had some issues in the past, but he came out here and he showed off the best, giving Anaso Jobodwana a run for his money, but Anaso took the victory. And unfortunately, we have to call it quits right here at the second leg of the Athletix Grand Prix series. The next runs in Paarl. Hopefully, SABC News Channel viewers will join us then as well as we bring you the live action from that venue as well. For myself and the team right here, thank you very much for joining us. And now I hand you to the news team. I think Francis heard at the top of the hour. You're watching SABC News Channel. Bye-bye.